that today's slow-mo footage was a little lower in quality than my typical slow-mo footage, and there's a reason for that. Funny story. I've used multiple cameras over the years of having my YouTube channel. You know, I started with my cell phone, which I'm using today. Gives me sweet, sweet memories. And then I moved on to a Canon PowerShot, and then I upgraded to a Sony Alpha 7 II, and then I upgraded to an A6400. I'm not really sure if you could call it an upgrade. That camera has driven me absolutely insane for over a year. So this season, I told myself, you know what, my A7 II is just sitting in a closet gathering dust. I don't use it anymore. My Canon PowerShot, I haven't used that in ages and ages. Like, these things are just sitting in my apartment. Somebody could be getting use out of them. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm finally gonna sell them. I didn't want to go through the rigmarole of selling anything online, because if you have ever tried to sell anything on the internet, it is exhausting, because you'll get scammers who contact you, you get people who want to like ask you to take photos and videos and samples and blah blah blah, and then after dragging on the conversation for 2 hours, they'll be like, okay, how's about I give you 500 euros less than what you asked for. Then you realize that all of this has just been a waste of your time, and meanwhile you're trying to do Vlogmas. Well, in my case, that's the situation. But I told myself, if I do sell all of my equipment, I am going to treat myself to a serious camera upgrade. I'm going to get a Sony a7C. And so that's what I did. But here's the thing. I put all my equipment on Le Bon Coin, and I sold a couple items pretty quickly, and I was like, this is going well. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put up the A6400, and at the same time, I'm going to buy my new camera, because I'm positive that this camera is going to sell. So if I order that camera now, it should arrive within a few days, and it'll be here before I sell this camera. Why would I expect anything to go that smoothly during Vlogmas? Is beyond me. I sold the A6400, and then the new camera that's coming in the mail is delayed. It has been severely delayed. It should have been here in 2 or 3 days. It's now been 7 days, and it will not arrive until Monday. So this weekend, we're going old style here. We're doing it old-fashioned way, and I will be filming on my phone. So I do apologize for the small loss in quality and sound, but we'll be rocking it out pretty soon with a very, very nice piece of equipment. Anyway, getting that out of the way, today I went to Georges Larnicol, and this is not a place that's specific to Lille. This actually comes out of Brittany or Bretagne here in France, and I have been to a couple of their locations in Paris in the past, like years ago, but when I saw it in the top 10 lists for taste retreats in Lille, I was like, well, I can't resist, because they have a couple of treats that are near and dear to my heart. And I was like, I would really, that would like make my day to go to Georges Larnicol, because that's a place that I just never go to. Because one of these tasty treats, I think it's been deemed the most buttery pastry that exists in France. So you gotta take it easy on these things. That's why I got 3. Like I said, Georges Larnicol is native to Brittany, but they have locations all over France, and it's just a little shop that offers a wall of, you know, assortments of chocolates. One thing that they have that is one of the best of this thing that I have ever had are the caramels. Their caramels are expensive, but good heavens to me, I shall say, their caramels are the best. They're the best caramels. They have them in, I think this is regular flavor. They have coffee. Gosh, I don't remember what the flavor was. I'll have to look it up before I taste it. They're just the absolute best. So if you're ever in Paris or France or anything and you see a Georges Larnicol, at least stop by to get yourself a caramel, because you will not regret it. I am still really enjoying that tea that I bought yesterday. It's wonderful. Keeping hydrated, you know what I mean? Keeping hydrated, maintaining my level of feel-goodness. It's a great day. Although I am in a little bit of a hurry. Today my schedule got pushed back because one of my It's not important, but I have these giant glass sliding doors in my entryway, and one of them got stuck in a closed position and the glass shattered a little bit, so my landlord had to replace it, and he was just here with his son replacing it. So in the meantime, I was like in my kitchen shooting slow-mo on my phone of my stuff, and he was like, oh, you're doing the YouTube stuff? And I was like, yeah, I'm doing the YouTube stuff. That makes me feel dumb. What Georges Larnicol specializes in are these little things called cougnettes, and they're like mini Kouign-amann. Kouign-amann is a pastry from Brittany, and like I said, it's one of the butteriest pastries that exists in Europe, and it's basically layers of laminated dough. It's a bit like puff pastry. It's just like sheets of dough with butter in between, a lot of butter in between, and then sometimes there's a filling that it's layered with like butter and sugar, and so when it's baked, the sugar caramelizes, and you just have these like, it's a glob of ooey, gooey, buttery, sugary, caramelly pastry with almost like the same consistency of baklava. It's not crispy like baklava. But you know what I mean? How baklava is just really, really dense and heavy, even though it's just layers of pastry. That's kind of the situation here. I would not compare this in any other way to baklava though, so don't get the wrong idea. They have an entire assortment. I'm standing too close to the camera, sorry. I can't see the screen and I don't have a mirror. In the early days of my YouTube channel, I used to use my phone, but I couldn't see the screen because I would use the back-facing camera, so I would prop a mirror up behind the phone so that I could see whether or not I was in the frame or not. I don't have that. I don't have a mirror that I can move around right now. So I'm flying by the seat of my pants. That's kind of how Vlogmas has gone since day one. So it's really just in the true nature of Vlogmas with Heavens to Betsy 2021. I am determined, okay? Nothing can stop me. I am doing this. I said I was doing this, and I will see it through to the end. They have an entire array of different flavors, and I saw that they actually have savory Kouign-amann now as well. They have like pesto and basil, roquefort, if I recall correctly, like olive. They had some really tasty looking ones, but I thought, that's a lot of butter for a savory, I don't know. They looked delicious. They looked absolutely fantastic, but I just wanted to go traditional and get the original Kouign-amann. I got nature, or the, just like regular old cougnet. I also got the orange confit with cointreau, or it's like candied orange with cointreau, which is like an orange flavored liqueur. And then I got raspberry. I don't usually like fruits in my desserts, but that's more like fruit in my chocolate, or fruit flavored mousse, or fruit flavored stuff like that. I'm not a big fan of it, but when it comes to like a heavy, nice pastry like this, I'll take raspberry on that any day. Give me raspberry all day long. I don't have much more information to give about these. It's just a simple, heavy, buttery piece of delicious sin. So let's do it. I'm gonna try the nature first. It's been years since I've had one of these because it's this is truly a guilty pleasure. It's stupid. It's so good, it's stupid. I mean, you just can't go wrong here. My mouth, my lips, I feel like I'm made of butter. I've had like just a couple of bites and I feel like I am butter. The pastry, because it has all that caramelized sugar and the pastry has absorbed all the moisture and the butter and all of that, it's like chewy. You have to like rip it. It's got bite. It's not crunchy or crispy in any way. It's chewy, but you have to like bite through it. It has a really satisfying chew to it. And that is a lot of sugar and a lot of butter. Even if the nutritional value chart was available to me, I would turn a blind eye to that. That's just not worth it. I mean, this is just such a wonderful treat. Let me see if I can get this. I mean, I'm using my phone, so I don't know how well it's gonna focus on this. Do you see those flakes? Oh, what a beautiful pastry. It's beautiful. Am I recording? Yeah. Using my phone is gonna be a little complicated for a few days. But I promise my new camera is coming on Monday. It's probably just, it'll be there late in the day. So I'll probably have to film today, tomorrow, and Monday on my phone. I really hope you don't mind. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna try the orange confit with control. Whoa. Oh my god. That's like an explosion of orange and just like a hint, just a tad of that, like the taste of the orange peel. It's not bitter, but you get that really nice flavor of orange zest in that. It's intense. It's wonderful. Oh my gosh, your mouth comes alive. Mixed with the sugar and the butter. That is like out of this world. This should be illegal. Oh my gosh. Wow. If you like orange zest, if you like orange marmalade like me, I love a sweet marmalade with like bitter orange in it. Woo, that is astounding. It's really a striking flavor. Butter break. Butter break. I need a butter break. My fingers are covered. My fingers are so greasy from the butter. The reason why I really love this pastry, the Kouign-amann, or in this case the Kouignette, is that this isn't some like dainty little pastry that was designed by some pastry chef that went to Le Cordon Bleu or L'École du Casse or something like that. This is just like a punch in the face of butter. It's rustic. It's beautifully bucolic. It is the essence of the countryside. It is the essence of Bretagne in France, and I just adore it. Maybe it's because I'm from the country and I just feel like it has roots. This pastry has like country roots, and I just really love that about it. And I also love the way it tastes, and I'm gonna try the raspberry one now, if you don't mind. Woo! Okay. Alright, okay. It's a bit much. The raspberry is a bit much because they're using some kind of raspberry jam that's very, very sweet. It has a wonderful tang. It's like, wow! It like gives you a little shiver because it's so tangy, and I love raspberries. Raspberries are my favorite fruit, but it's a little bit much between the, really heavily buttered pastry, the caramelized sugar, and then this really sweet raspberry sauce inside of it. It's a little bit overkill for me in terms of sugar. I mean, they're all a little bit overkill, but that one is just a little over the edge for me. The nature, the original, and the orange one, particularly spectacular. And they have a bunch of other flavors. They have almond and apple, and I can't remember any others, but they have a ton, and I think that they're all worth trying. It's a really heavy treat, and it's something that you're going to enjoy kind of on its own. It's not like the kind of light dessert that you're looking for after you have a lunch. It's definitely not something that would be served after a really big meal, like a Christmas dinner or something. You'd be out of your mind to eat one of these after eating a really big Christmas dinner. I would also not call that a breakfast food. If you eat that for breakfast, you're gonna have a really tough afternoon crash to get through. It is just a lot of sugar, a lot of fat. It's a very heavy dessert, but it's amazing. It's really worth trying if you're ever in France. Not just from Georges Larnicol, I'm sure that there are other shops that have Kouign-amann. This is the Kouignette, which is specific to this place. Like, they designed the Kouignette, but if you ever have a chance, man, I'm saying that orange one, you gotta get yourself some of that, okay? The last thing I wanted to try was one of their caramels. They're just fantastic. I know I don't need to try one of these on camera, but oh my god. Now, I don't remember what flavor this is, so I may as well try that. I know that this is regular. This is coffee. They have chocolate as well, but I'm not a big fan of chocolate caramel. Let's try this one. Is it apple? As you can see, they're very soft caramels. They're not hard at all. They're not crunchy or crispy. And that is my style. So let's give it a try and find out which one this is, because I don't remember. It's Mirabelle. It's not apple, it's Mirabelle. It was really evading me. I couldn't figure that one out. I was trying to chase it down and I couldn't pinpoint the flavor. Mirabelle are like these tiny plums that are grown in France. They're the size of like large grapes. They're like yellowish with a pink tinge. The more ripe they become or the more they're in the sun, the more pink they get. They come from the Lorraine region. I love them. Oh, I get so excited when they're in season in the like late summer, early fall. Well, the first time I saw them, they were in a bowl in this family's house. I was an au pair for a family, and they had a bowl of Mirabelle, and I thought they were some kind of grape, and I grabbed one and popped it in my mouth, and I bit into it, and I didn't realize it was going to have a pit in the center, because they're plums. Mirabelle are illegal to import to the US, which is why I had never seen them before moving to France, and why most Americans don't know what they are. They're not illegal to grow in the US, it's just that they fall under some law that prevents the importation of numerous different types of goods, and for whatever reason Mirabelle is on that list. I don't remember the reasons why. They're delightful little plums. I wish I could send some seeds to my dad. But it would be illegal. It would be illegal to send him Mirabelle. Okay, that's it. That's all I have for you today. I'm gonna call it an early day because I gotta go to IKEA and it's all the way on the other side of the city, so it's time for me to hit the road. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I will see you tomorrow, and the day after that, 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 and the day after that. Bye! Did I forget to give my ratings? Yes, I absolutely forgot to give my ratings, so let me give my ratings now for the little Georges Larnicol. For atmosphere, we're gonna go with yummy. It has a very commercial interior. Every single one looks the same. It's a chain store, you know what I mean? So you can't really expect too much in terms of character and charm. I'm gonna go with yummy since it is a nice tidy place. Everything is really well labeled and the people are very friendly. For the selection, super yummy. I mean, they've got chocolates, they've got chocolate sculptures, they've got caramels, they've got wads of meringue, they have the Kouign-amann, they now have the savory Kouign-amann, and they have some other stuff that I didn't even look into. They got like peanut brittle and things like that. I'm not really into peanut brittle. I'm just not a fan of that. It hurts my teeth. But let's say super yummy in terms of selection, and for the tastiness, well, I mean, we got a super yummy on our hands here. It could just be me because I freaking love these things. Maybe in an hour after eating those, I won't feel so super yummy myself, but I'm gonna go with a super yummy. Okay, thanks, bye. I wasn't recording that entire time. Where do I begin? So, I'm on my phone, and I just stood here for 5 minutes recording the unpackaging of another gift. And I just looked at my phone to hit stop record because I can't see the screen, only to discover that it wasn't recording that entire time. I received another gift. I received this wonderful Brita filter from Mike. And Mike left a note that says, "Since you have the new kettle, you'll need some filtered water to put in it. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year," from Mike. And I just want to thank you so much, Mike. Very, very thoughtful. I mean, every day when I receive a gift from one of you guys, it leaves me completely speechless. And I don't know what to say besides thank you so much. I'm so grateful for what you've given to me. And I know that every single video I give this little monologue about how grateful for you I am, but I really am. After a really, really difficult 2 years with many obstacles thrown in my path, and I know that you also have had tough times as well. All of us have been going through it, in these past couple of years, and I'm just so glad that I did Vlogmas, not just because I suddenly started receiving all of these unexpected gifts, but because I have the gift of this community, and I don't know what this month would have been like if I had not done Vlogmas. I think it just would have been another difficult month in a string of really difficult months. And when I started this project, by like day 5, I thought, I don't know if I should have done this. This is crazy. I'm exhausted. But now I am so grateful that I did. It's just really turned everything around for me. It has shown me what a wonderful, loving, affectionate, and appreciative community I have. It has made me feel like I'm a part of something. And it's also helped me prove to myself that I'm capable of being this productive. I'm capable of more. I am capable of more. And I look forward to the next project. You know, after Vlogmas, I'm gonna need a little break. And I can't put out, content every single day. But I do really look forward to presenting something to you on this channel. And I look forward to being able to dedicate more time to the planning and the filming and the editing so that I can really bring you content that you will love and enjoy. That's all I have to say. I know every single video I end with some monologue, just yammering on about how appreciative I am. And I am. I really am. I really hope that you have a wonderful day. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you to all the really kind people who have sent me these sweet gifts. And today, thank you, Mike, for taking the time. Just taking the time to go and find something nice to send to me. And just every day I'm just walking around my apartment. I make my coffee in the morning. I'm using this kettle and I'm using my AeroPress. And this morning while I was in the shower, I let the Roomba go in my entire apartment, and I came out and I was just like, my apartment is clean. This just changed my life. Like, this is literally changing my life. You guys are changing my life. Not just in this regard, but like my entire perspective. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow.